everybody, to the Atlanta Motor Speedway, home of this weekend's And Better Health 400. Weather's already looking better for Sunday, so hopefully we're not going to see another Monday race like we did this week with the Daytona 500. It'll be 260 laps around this 1.54 mile quad oval racetrack. Atlanta's gone through quite a few configuration changes over the years. Started out as just a traditional oval. What you see now as the front stretch pit stop used to be the back stretch. They added the double dogleg front stretch in 1997. The track went unpaved until it was reconfigured and repaved for the season starting in 2022. And that's where we got the Atlanta Super Speedway. This new configuration and the way this racetrack works, it's like a miniature Daytona or Talladega. They use the same package on the Cup Series cars as they do at all the Super Speedway racetracks. So it's a lot of drafting, a lot of pack racing, very, very similar. Let's jump in the number 96 Camaro. Let's go take a couple laps around this racetrack and get a feel for exactly what it takes to battle this very complex, very high speed, 1.5 mile oval. All right, here we come off of turn 4, coming down to the start-finish line. You're going to diamond this corner as much as you can and try to treat the double dogleg front stretch basically as a very long, sweeping tri-oval to try and minimize the tire wear you put on these cars. You're going to see cars trying to find lanes that advance. Most often, though, single file, they'll try to run around the outside for the exact same reason that the wider the turn, the less tire wear you're putting on, the longer you can go in a run. It'll be interesting to see how kind of the balance between tire wear and fuel strategy plays into this 400-mile race. This is going to be all about drafting. Just like it is at Daytona and Talladega, you're going to have to be the one that picks the line and helps get the push to move your line forward if you're going to be able to get yourself up to the front and advance your line to win. You'll see guys tow 3 wide here, but it gets very, very sketchy as this track is a lot narrower than what we see at Daytona and Talladega, especially after the reconfiguration. It's wide open all the way around. You're not pushing the brake. Unlike this race a year ago, though, where it was in the middle of March. It was at March 19th in 2023. It's now the end of February, so it's moved up by almost 3 weeks from its previous race date to before the West Coast swing rather than after it like it was last year. That means that a little cooler temperatures, a little more grip. This track in the draft, you do find yourself having to wind up lifting and kind of managing the throttle a little bit more, especially in the corners. They get very tight. It's not as... You're a mile shorter than Daytona here, so it's a tighter racetrack to still be doing the same type of racing. You'll find that you can make the outside, the inside, kind of all the lanes work. It's just a matter of navigating and being able to push your lines forward. Again, this is another race, though, that anybody can win. There's a lot of opportunity for those teams that ran well at Daytona last year, or last week, that we were even kind of surprised by them. Expect to see the same thing here. One of the most difficult parts about the Atlanta Motor Speedway, however, is entering pit road. You must enter pit road on the backstretch, and during green flag stops, you have to be all the way down to pit road speed here, coming into turn 3, and ride at pit road speed all the way around the apron of the racetrack. That can be significantly slow if you wind up having a tire go down or a loose wheel or something where you wind up having to pit under green for an unscheduled stop. You're easily going to lose 3 laps to a drafting pack coming around. It makes it very, very difficult. Alright, so let's try to pick a winner for this weekend's And Better Health 400. There's a lot of options and a lot that we learned from last week at Daytona to try to get an idea who to expect to run well here. Right off the bat, we have to look at defending race winner Joey Logano. He won this race. It was his only win in 2023. He's shown that he is very, very good at any type of drafting racetrack. He could be a threat. Another one I always look at anytime we come to any type of super speedway drafting style race, Brad Keselowski in the 6 car. TJ Majors, hands down, one of the best at how to talk his driver through those types of races. Since this track has been reconfigured in 2022, there have been 4 races here so far. 3 of those 4 have been won by Hendrick Motorsports. Most notably, Daytona 500 winner William Byron has 2 of those wins, winning last July and winning the inaugural race in this configuration that happened back in the spring of 2022. The only other winner not out of the Hendrick stable, Joey Logano. The one winner who does have that off win, though, Chase Elliott. And that's who I'm picking for this weekend's And Better Health 400 as my winner. I think they've got a lot to redeem after the last few years. It's a home track and a popular win for that 9 car. I expect them to be the ones in victory lane at the end of the race this weekend in Atlanta. Guys, don't forget every Thursday night, the iNASCAR Racing Series Cup Series races on the IWM Broadcast Network. That's where you can watch me race this number 96 standard proof MyPilotPro Chevy Camaro every week, and the Cup Series. Tough week last week in Daytona. Not the finish I was looking for. I'm looking for redemption here this week at Atlanta. Don't forget to join in. Their broadcast goes live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday night. Be sure to check it out. I'll put a link in the description where you can find their channel. Make sure you subscribe to it so you know when they're live. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next week as we get ready for Las Vegas.